Today we're going to be heading into the backcountry to film on assignment for one of my clients. I think right now would actually be an ideal time to address the big question that I've been getting a lot lately of what it is that I actually do for work. Because there's so many of you new around here, I understand that a lot of you don't really know what it is that I do. So I'm going to try share that with you in this video. But in order to actually understand this project and what it means to me personally, I've got to fill you in a little bit on life before I even cared about picking up a camera. And that is my first job I ever had, which was a paper route. And with that job, I'd figured out exactly how many times I could go snowboarding if I saved my monthly paycheck of $83. And I feel fortunate because when I was learning how to snowboard, I'd carpool with some local twins, Robert and John Dunning, and so many great memories were made on the trip to the actual ski hill itself. We would prop open this mini DVD player and watch one of the dozens of snowboard films from their collection to get us stoked and hyped up for the day. But I found myself more and more wondering, what was it like behind the lens to be holding the camera itself that was capturing these sequences? Because some of them were just truly incredible, the way that they put together these amazing visuals that were just honestly really exciting. And all of this built up towards probably what is the most foundational film in my life, at least from an action sports perspective. And that is when Art of Flight dropped. And to understand how different the world of action sports was at this time, this film truly just set the stage for the next era of action sports. The way that they made the making of the film a part of the film, the slow motion aerials of helicopters flying around. And I have no shame in saying that ever since watching that film, I wanted to do my own helicopter filming projects of my own. That has just been a goal of mine. And I've been able to be involved in other people's, but this shoot that we're going on today is the first shoot that I organized. And I kind of feel like I've got a lot on the line here. I think I brought enough layers for when we're out there in the cold.
Let's hope so.
I don't think I'm going to be sending any panic text messages. Can you bring me a blanket? Oh man, look at that. Always the first shots you're getting when you're up in the helicopter are just so exhilarating. I just want to keep rolling on everything. Wow. Not a bad place to call home. Wow. Where's the touchdown spot here? Just off to the left back in there. Oh yeah, this is a great spot. Okay. A unique challenge about actually doing video for your job is that process of pitching projects and trying to get hired for them. When I shoot for myself, I like just going with the flow, not trying to force anything and just waiting for special moments to happen. So it can be a touch challenging when you actually pitch a project to a client and you're under real life budget and time constraints, because obviously you want to sell the quality of your work, but for me, I always want to try to make sure that I over deliver what I promised the client we could do. And that can be kind of intense when you're actually on the ground getting paid, you've got limited time, and you're just burning money paying for a helicopter. Are we actually going to be able to capture what I've promised the client we're going to be able to do on the shoot?
I don't actually even know if where I want to land is melted down enough. We might just have to land on the ridge line there.
So we're moving pretty quick today from spot to spot.
So what we're actually hired to film on this project, besides just shooting awesome shots out of a helicopter, is capturing high resolution background plates for use in virtual production. This is pretty similar to if you've ever seen the behind the scenes of how they filmed The Mandalorian with the virtual set and the rear projection. That's what we're trying to capture plates to be used for, more of the budget version of that with less of a crew and smaller soundstage, but hopefully still getting fantastic shots of all these different nature settings for being used inside of virtual production.
Dude, this is such a primo spot. I'm telling you, if you at home are watching a commercial and you see a nice outdoor shot, you better look twice, because it could be something that we're shooting right now. This is awesome. These shots are awesome. Man, this is beautiful. Okay, so currently we're unpacking all of our stuff because we're gonna get left here. But before we get left, we're gonna do the part that I'm most excited for today, which taking the doors off, and we're gonna do a nice scenic flight around here and try to get some really awesome aerials just with the gimbal and doing some handheld camera work. I'm so excited. This is like...
Yeah, I'm out the window. Oh yeah, that's amazing. Alright, keep that up, yeah. Wow, that cloud coverage is really coming in clutch right now. Really nice, eh? Okay, this is epic too. Dude, that was awesome, dude. So good.
And just like that, we are very, very alone out here. As far as what we have yet to do, we've got a shot list of things that we're going to try to accomplish as we shift into the evening. We need to scavenge some dead, fallen down trees for wood. We've got to eventually get ourselves ready for some stuff that we're going to do this evening, some more campfire, campsite vibe stuff. But we're in a pretty great spot to do that. So, oh man.
Taking just a brief moment for introspection here, one of the most challenging aspects for me of being a creator, filmmaker, small business owner is definitely the loneliness and isolation that comes along with just working towards your goals. If I'm just being blunt, the loneliness by far is the worst part, at least for me, that is. So much of my time is spent behind a computer editing that it just leaves all this ample time for self-doubt to creep in, to self-sabotage and procrastinate, and it never quite feels like you're doing enough. I don't know if that's something you can relate with. I know I'm not alone with this, and it's why I believe so heavily in community learning and growing experiences. And a big part of that is I've decided to stop waiting for someone else to solve this problem for me. And so I've started organizing and hosting my own creator workshops and retreats. And I think this might be something that you're interested in if you're finding this video interesting. So I'm going to self-sponsor my own video here and let you know that the registration for this year's sailing edition of our adventure film workshops is now live. This is my favorite part of the year by far. We will head out for 5 days on a sailboat and do a deep dive into all aspects of filmmaking during this just incredible trip. Registration just opened up and we sell out every year, and someone always tells me they didn't know it started. So this is me telling you, we've officially opened applications. So I'd love to have you apply. And just selfishly, I'd love to go on an adventure with you. And also an announcement that I'm really excited about is that we're finally taking Adventure Film Academy online this year. With our private community, we're opening it up to more people. If you're sick of procrastinating creative work and you want a community of people that actually support you and help you grow your skills and help you get your best work done, I'd love to have you a part of what we are building. Weekly live teaching sessions, accountability week to week to help you get your work done. This is my favorite thing that we're launching in a long time, and I'm going all in to try and make this super valuable for all the aspiring adventure filmers out there. So if this is something you're interested in, I'd love to have you involved, and the link is in the description.
Getting up here feels fantastic. We just had our first section of kind of pause and reflecting on what we've gotten so far, going off our shot list and kind of checking off items, making sure that we're not missing anything. We're in a pretty good spot for all the daylight stuff that we needed to capture, and now our main thing coming up next is a nighttime scene with a fire. So we're doing two things here where we're gonna try capture a gorgeous fire plate to be used on a virtual set. And that's really exciting. And it's pretty important that we nail that and do it pretty well.
I can definitely be the kind of person who doesn't really find satisfaction in what I've already done and finished, just focusing on what I'm doing next, what I'm building next. But especially on a client project like this, where I feel like I really swung for the fences and actually pitched a project that I'd be excited to do, to have it going well and to actually show up and do our job good feels really rewarding. And this is definitely one of those projects that I want to pause and actually be thankful for the opportunity to do what it is that I love to do, which is just going out and filming awesome visuals and stories.
Okay, morning here at camp has been very lovely. It's nice waking up in a spot like this. Going over the drives that we have filled, it's always fun when you're getting down to one left, because we've captured a lot of amazing stuff. Last night was a big thing to check off for us, getting that fire scene nailed. And because the helicopter can't fly out and get us at nighttime, that's what necessitates camping out here overnight, which I'm certainly not going to argue with. Mornings in the mountains when the sun's just coming over is just fantastic. Now it's a matter of getting back home, getting this precious footage backed up, and it's time for post. Here's our ticket out of here. We're going home in style.
If you want to know more about the technical aspects of a production like this and what we were shooting, we created an entire just technical behind the scenes video for Adamus over on their YouTube channel, walking through how we use on-camera monitors to capture ProRes RAW and get high fidelity images out of these small mirrorless cameras. So if that's something you're interested in, it's a really rad video and I'd love to send you over there to see it. Make sure that you leave a comment down below and check it out. I'd love to have you see it. That's gonna be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, life's better when you make stuff. Peace.